fallen for that Defiant boost, like you said.
Yeah, now you have Palafin on the field right now. You don't necessarily want to be facing down against the
Ok, Amoonguss e Ting Lu contra Kingambit e Palafin. Foi essa aqui mesmo, hein, Nozuki?
Luka is going to want to switch that Palafin out to activate its zero to hero ability, making it a much more of a threat when it switches back in its hero form. So that's obviously something.
Vamos ver a maravilha que é o xadrez é.
Fiona is not prepared if she is somewhat careless with Amoonguss, who is a great counter into Palafin when Palafin only has water attacks as a grass type. Obviously a great position to be in. It's going to be very important for Fiona to take care of Amoonguss in this set to save it as a late game counter to Palafin.
Ok, a cara dando Intimidate contra o Pokémon que tem Fisher. Será que vai ser um bom controle de dano, chat?
That big physical attacker. Kingambit just gonna protect this turn. Definitely doesn't want to take something like a Stomping Tantrum. Does go
Ok, Stomping Tantrum.
though here a great.
Vai causar um bom dano, cara, mesmo estando intimidado.
Amoonguss goes for the spore into what was that Kingambit who protected this turn, so no sleep just yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep his Kingambit safe on Luca's end, so that's what the protect was for. Now you have Arcanine.
Hal é Canine. Ah, Hal aumenta do aliado também, né? Não é uma má ideia.
Obviously lowering Ting Lu's attack there. However, if you were to try to Flare Blitz into the Amoonguss slot there for super effective damage, that would be enough recoil damage. So that
Hal é tipo o coaching de Sword Shield, só que mais fraco. É tipo o coach da Shopee, basicamente.
Luka is running the Howl set though, interestingly enough. Howl, one of those tech moves that has kind of been coming up. Hasn't seen it much on stream yet, but this Terra Dark on the Kingambit is going to take away that ground type weakness from the Ting Lu. Amoonguss also going to be terastallizing here into the water type for fear of something like a Flare Blitz especially is now not going to be.
Eu perdi pra Ralph, Terrafly, Canine e Garchomp bem daí, rapaz.
That attack boost, usually a +2 Howl is really good on that Arcanine, the Kingambit as well.
Ok. Que tal, Cleave, chat?
Really helpful here. Not worried about the typing, does so much damage.
Ó o Fox Sash visível.
Citrus Berry comes out just in time. Amoonguss is going to need to switch out if it wants to be able to take maybe another one of those later. Stomping Tantrum from the Ting Lu as well into the Kingambit, thanks to not having that steel typing.
Ah, mano, eu quero ver a obra de arte, cara. Cadê, mano?
This Kingambit from doing more damage next turn.
Ela tá clicando Fisher, cara. Aí não, mano.
But the Kingambit was the bigger problem that turn, apparently. Fortunately, Amoonguss does hang on and is able to score there. So now this turn, Kingambit is forced to stay of sleep. That Stomping Tantrum really did not do a lot of damage, as you mentioned, just being the solo dark type. With Terastallization, it's not weak to Stomping Tantrum anymore. So I think you're kind of safe to keep Kingambit in right now to try to just burn through these turns of sleep, and then Fiona can regenerate.
Ok, o Gyarados vai intimidar o Arcanine, mas vai buffar o Kingambit.
Yep, that's what gets really tough. You are now at +3 attack on this Kingambit. You don't even need to click Howl if you're the Arcanine. Going for
Como que o Kingambit tá mais 3, minha filha?
Does a nice chunk of damage as well. Kingambit does take this mandatory turn to sleep. This is the fissure turn, Joe. This is the fissure.
Oh! Got him!
The fissure with the +3 Kingambit gets that one-hit KO, and that is the play Fiona needed to make to stay in this game.
That's unreal. You don't care about boosting up the Kingambit on the other.
Mas como, ô Detone, mas como isso é mais 3, cara? Me explica a matemática. Você ganhou um no Hall. Você levou Intimidate. Você ganhou Defiant. Como isso é 3? Você ganhou 1, perdeu 1, ganhou 2. Como isso é 3, cara?
Yeah, oh, that's just so crazy. Fiona has been popping off today in day 2.
2 é o novo 3, aí tem um bom argumento.
Trying to keep her hopes alive of making it to top 8 in Fort Wayne, and obviously, if luck is on your side for the Fissures to connect, that would.
Os caras falando que a Fiona teve sorte de acertar o Fisher, cara. As ideias. Ela manipulou a RNG, mano. Tipo, vamos ser sinceros. Fisicamente, esse Fisher era pra acertar. Porque como que você vai errar um golpe em um Pokémon que tá dormindo? Como que o Pokémon dormindo se esquiva? Então, em termos... Como que eu posso dizer? Em termos físicos, se a gente colocar física e lógica no jogo, esse Fisher foi
Thunderwave, if I'm not
Foi
mistaken.
fisicamente correto, tá ligado?
Looks like that misses this turn, though.
O mais engraçado é que ela acertou o Fisher e errou também.
And missing Thunderwave, that is disastrous.
Baxcalibur switching in here.
Mas sabe por que ela errou toda wave? Porque o peixe não tava dormindo. Então teve lógica no argumento, tá ligado?
But so do the Pokemon on the opposite side of the
Se o peixe tivesse dormido, ela teria acertado toda wave.
Ice Shard is not going to do a lot into Arcanine since it's a fire attack.
Mas uma carga antifísica, ih, rapaz. Nath se valeu pelos
Super
26.
effective or anything like that, obviously is a normal attack, but after a couple of howls, that additional boost to your attack is going to start adding up onto both of those Pokemon on Fiona's side.
Baxcalibur não? Ih, rapaz. Pior que Baxcalibur é muito pequeno, de fato, cara.
Yeah, that Flare Blitz damage would have still typically done over half without
O tamanho dele me incomoda, velho.
Wave Crash also double targeting and
Não tire de duplo, não coloque duplo sentido na minha frase, por favor. Ok, agora acertou.
Thunderwave connecting this turn does not miss a second time. Now you're going to be relying on those 25% chances to get the paralysis, and it slows down that Wave Crash.
Yeah, now you kind of have to go for the Jet Punch, or we would presume that Luca would want the Jet Punch to try to not
Attention
have the
service.
lowered priority from, or lowered speed tier, I should say, from the paralysis.
Palmas.
Can the Flare Blitz with the +2 Howl on Arcanine and Jet Punch, if it breaks through, get the knockout?
Full
No!
paralysis on the Palafin.
Ok, o cara levou Fisher e levou full para. Eu tô vendo um grande problema aqui de skill issue, hein? Alguém aqui não aprendeu a jogar esse jogo direito, hein? Exposed.
Definitely enough to knock out here. You can now protect on the next turn so you don't take that double damage from the Glaive Rush.
Yeah, the helping hand and
Gers bateu palmas sem a mão, ele bateu palmas de outra maneira, cara.
from that turn obviously meant that Baxcalibur was going to do massive damage into Palafin. Now that Tinglu is revealed as Luca's final Pokemon, there are no special attackers on the field right now for it to really be impacting. The question is, does Arcanine at this low of an HP want to sit around and keep trying to howl, or just try to get some extreme speed damage off before it gets knocked out?
Protect from this Baxcalibur here, not wanting to take that double damage. Arcanine's still targeting with it with that Flare Blitz though. Definitely if there's a knockout you can take, it feels good to get a waterfall from this Gyarados into the Arcanine. It's enough to get that knockout. Arcanine now off of the field. It's just this Tinglu here. Baxcalibur is going to have some good chance to do damage, but Ruination into the Gyarados does 50% of that damage first. Remember, this Tinglu has Earthquake and Stomping.
Ok, o cara quitou, não aguentou a pressão.
Unless with Ruination and Heavy Slam.
Vamos pro segundo jogo, chat.
Definitely clicking the forfeit there. A huge fissure from Fiona to help that.
Ok, jogo 2. El Clássico.
Mungus coming out here, King Gambit and Palafin on Luca's side.
Yep, same leads for Luca here. They kind of swap positions, but essentially the same thing. It doesn't really matter. Palafin is going to have to switch out eventually at some point to activate its hero form. And the quicker you can do that, the better, because I feel like Palafin would rather get the Howl boost from Arcanine than the King Gambit. King Gambit has a way of boosting its attack from the Intimidate on Gyarados' side there.
Mas tipo, outro motivo pelo qual é culpa do Luca por ter levado o Fisher, cara. Ele não tá usando o King Gambit com o Terrafly, cara. Se você não quer levar Fisher, usa Terrafly, cara. Easy peasy. Tô certo, gente.
If you just dodge Fissure, then you can actually just set up as much as you want.
This could be a Rage Powder Fissure just to go hard on it right now, I think, would be an interesting call to make. A Mungus coming in, King Gambit protecting, so not going to get spored this turn if that was also the play here. Stomping Tantrum, though, targeting in once again into the partner where Palafin was. Same exact type of play. Rocky Helmet Recoil, though, and Spore from the Amoonguss again, the protect, but a nice call in where you wouldn't get spored either way.
O cara comemorando que fez a read certa, cara. Aí leva o Fisher na casa só porque perdeu, né, mano?
So if it was Arcanine like it was in Game 1, you bring it down to almost half HP with your super effective Stomping Tantrum. This time around, Amoonguss does take that better, but thanks to the Rocky Helmet, it took a little bit of recoil damage.
Impressão minha ou ele deu Sweet Dance na cara do Amoonguss? Ele deu?
We saw last time the Terra Dark Kowtow Cleave at +1 was not enough to knock out Amoonguss, so I don't think Luca would fall prey to that type of scenario again, and I don't think that the Amoonguss is
Aí é coragem. Tá certo que bater é irrelevante, né? Porque, tipo, qual o dano que ele vai causar aqui? Essa Fiona tem coragem, mano, tacando Gyarados na cara de King Gambit, mano. Ainda bem que ele deu Sword Stance, porque se tivesse batido, a Fiona tá lascada, mano. With this King Gambit's attack, it is now tough. The spore onto the Gyarados definitely makes a lot of sense here, sporing down into what would have been that Tinglu, instead of going for something like a Fissure, especially if you're baiting it. Looks like here that berry though, that Lum Berry on the Gyarados, a nice switch in and spore onto this King. Qual é a lógica de você dormir e você comer dormindo pra poder acordar, tá ligado? Qual é a lógica disso?
Never able to attack because he got one hit knocked out. So interesting, I think Luka just kind of understanding his fate, knowing that King Gambit was going to be put to sleep that turn, so you might as well get the Sword Stance boost now, so that once it eventually wakes up, if it eventually wakes up, I should say, you will have that +3 and you can go for those super strong countdowns.
A impressão minha, a Fiona trouxe o Gyarados pra data do Wave no Among Us. Ah, Taunt, ok, aí foi smart de fato. Ela quer impedir Rage Powder e Spore pra acertar a Fissure do King Gambit. Aí, chat, ele tá dando Terastal. Ele tá dando Terastal pra não ficar fraco contra a Terra e pra causar mais dano com o golpe tipo Dark, chat. Será que é um bom play, chat? Será que é uma boa jogada? Ó, eu não sou mais fraco contra a Terra. Uhul. Então acordou. Ó, deu Ruination. Eu achei que ela ia dar ficha. Ah, fiquei triste, cara. Mas por que ele não deu Rage Powder nesse turno, ao invés de Polypuff? Eu não entendi esse play também, tá ligado?
The Thunder Wave here on the Amoonguss. This thing is taunted and now has full paralysis. Definitely a way to try and stop it.
Ok, não acordou ainda.
Full 3 turns asleep on this King Gambit.
E já foi. Mas o cara tinha Rage Powder também, tá ligado? Tipo, aí foi culpa 100% dele, mano. O cara podia ter dado Rage Powder 2 vezes e não deu, cara. Não, aí mereceu levar mesmo, cara. Esse aí ele mereceu. Esse aí ele mereceu, cara. Na moral, na moral.
And gets O-code anyway without ever getting an attack off. Obviously disastrous to get the 3 full turns of sleep. In game 1 there was the paralysis on Palafin as well.
Tipo, eu tô rindo pra caramba porque não sou eu que tô jogando, tá ligado? Se fosse eu, velho. Se fosse eu, maluco. Se eu não me engano, o cara foi babaca no final da partida, não foi? Dessa partida? Ou só foi drama do pessoal do Twitter? Eu quero ver o finalzinho, que o pessoal falou que o cara foi babaca. Mas tipo, qualquer um teria tiltado no lugar dele, tá ligado? Taunt pede Rage Powder sim, cara. Só que o Rage Powder tem prioridade acima do Taunt. Então ele poderia ter pelo menos dado um Rage Powder antes do Taunt.
Effective damage from the moves from Palafin on the opposite side. Actually, Terra Water, forgive me, I was looking at the wrong Tinglu. That is, but still.
Terra Wall ou Shield, cara. Tinglu, perdão.
Of Palafin on the other side. Now both Amoonguss and Tinglu are going to resist those wave crashes.
Not doing a whole lot of damage there. Ruination onto the other Amoonguss. This takes away half of its HP that is remaining. Is going to bring it even closer. Pollen Puff into the Palafin. Does heal it back.
Mas vocês viram por que Fissure tá sendo usado? Fissure tá sendo usado porque esse formato tá muito gordo. Vocês viram como que os Pokémons são difíceis de morrer? Eles estão muito tanque e eles se curam com a Amoonguss do Polypuff. E aí o Tinglu tá sendo obrigado a Fissure porque ele não tem dano para passar essas barreiras defensivas. Entretanto, ele tem tanque pra ficar muito tempo vivo. E quanto mais tempo vivo, mais chance você tem de acertar Fisher. Então, o fato desse formato estar muito passivo permite que Fisher fique mais forte, tá ligado?
It'll do a little bit of damage. That Intimidate definitely helping out, I think. Their Rocky Helmet also targeting down, but Pollen Puff into the Amoonguss. Not enough to knock out, but you get the full...
Olha, mais um full para, nice.
No spores this time with the taunt over.
Yeah, that's gigantic.
That's huge.
At first, I thought Fiona, when I saw Pollen Puff, like, okay, you're going to heal up your own Ting Lu. But no, she was going for the game there. She was like, if Pollen Puff knocks out or if Paralysis does work in my...
Fisher também comba com o Stomp Tantrum, tá ligado? Tem isso também, mas não é só por causa do combo do Stomp Tantrum. É por causa disso que eu falei, mais o combo do Stomp Tantrum.
Yep, Amoonguss switching out here, bringing out Gyarados once again, a Pokemon that would love to take a Flare Blitz, happy to get an Intimidate down on the opposite side of the field as well, is definitely a great target to switch in, so you're not taking damage. Amoonguss on the other side, switching out, you need that Regenerator, you need your Amoonguss to stay healthy, and Palafin comes in unintimidated.
Aí, chat, o Ting Lu tá intimidado, ele vai bater forte, né, chat? Ei, chat. Tô certo, chat? O Ting Lu tá intimidado, ele vai bater forte, né? Ele vai conseguir nocautear ninguém, né, chat? Ah, deu Stomp Tantrum. Ô, minha filha, cadê os Fisher, minha filha? Cadê a Technology?
Yeah, and the Gyarados is in a spot that it is good defensively into Palafin. However, it can also only hit it back with a resisted waterfall. So you can, I think the Thunder Wave is more likely an option for Fiona here to slow down Palafin and make it...
Sabe outra coisa engraçada também? Thunder Wave tem sinergia com o Ting Lu, porque cada full power que você dá, você tem uma chance a mais de acertar Fisher depois. Oh, que maravilha, xadrez, mano. Oh não, mais controle de dano. Não, mas o cara ignora o Ting Lu também, mano. Ela errou outro Thunder Wave, cara. Errou o Fisher. Skill issue, hein?
That's actually crazy that Fiona hit 2 Fissures and missed 2 Thunder Waves. It's like, it should be the other way around.
That's true, it is true. It feels like there's a secret bright powder on the Palafin.
Well, now the Gyarados is really not that valuable because it's been burned, and we saw thanks to Howl boosting up...
Não, falar que a Arcanine não é válido porque ele tá queimado é sacanagem, cara. Que o Gyarados, perdão. Que esse Gyarados é literalmente suporte, cara. Ele não tá aqui pra causar dano. Ah, o narrador chapou, velho.
Another Intimidator or another turn to Intimidate to lower their attack later on.
Yeah, but this would be the call to click Flare Blitz into that slot. That would be a read that I think Luca would really need to make here. Amoonguss switching in, it's almost at full health. Jet Punch from the Palafin into the Amoonguss doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but that Howl Boost is still helpful. Will-O-Wisp onto that Ting Lu as well, meaning that you're not going to be able to spore it if you bring in your own Amoonguss, interestingly enough, but it does lower the attack of this Ting Lu. Stomping Tantrum once again into that Palafin, not going...
Mas olha só como esse formato é gordo, hein? Até agora um Pokémon apenas caiu, cara. E só caiu por causa de Fisher. Meu amigo, mano.
Wave Crash was a 2-hit KO into what was the Gyarados at the time. So instead opting for the Jet Punch into the Amoonguss switching in, like I'm not sure because Wave Crash also would have got the KO. So
não, tipo, eu só não entendi porque o Luca tá ignorando o Ting Lu, tá ligado? Acredito que ele tá ignorando o Ting Lu porque o Ting Lu não causa dano e Fisher é inconsistente, tá ligado? Mas você tá brincando com a sorte ao mesmo tempo, porque cada vez que ele ficar vivo, ela vai ter chance de acertar o Fisher, tá ligado? Entretanto, é complicado também, né? Porque o bicho é muito gordo, cara. Então, mesmo que ele estivesse mirando no Ting Lu, ia demorar demais se for colocar aí, cara. Com a combinação da defesa alta dele, com a combinação de Intimidate mais Ability. Tá só que a Ability nesse matchup é irrelevante, porque a equipe inteira do Luca é física. E já foi. 3 de 4 Fisher, chat. Essa daí ela nem comemorou, cara. Fiquei triste.
because it's really the most damage you can do into either of these remaining, or any of these remaining Pokemon, I should say, on Fiona's end. But for how blazing fast this game started, it really has crawled down to a Wo-Chien's pace. That's a snail's pace for a reference for you.
Thank you so much.
So I think that does benefit.
Os campeonatos oficiais de Pokémon sempre foram em dupla, cara.
And she can switch Gyarados out to intimidate later on yet again.
Yeah, I think switching out Gyarados for Amoonguss would be really huge here. You can send it out, you get in the Amoonguss, it may be a target.
Ela só errou um, cara. Ela usou 4 e só errou um.
You still have so much HP, it should be back up to full. You can send
Isso é o que eu chamo de habilidade, tá?
No switches this turn. They'll protect from the Palafin this turn. Looks like the Gyarados not going to stop this Howl from getting this boost to the Arcanine and to the Palafin. Now +1 attack is going to be really crucial later on. Thunder Wave into the Palafin that protects this turn. Not connecting once again. Ting Lu though, able to act. Ruination doing so much damage onto this Arcanine. Brings it down to under 50%, did half of that remaining HP. Gyarados is knocked out by the burn. It was looking a little close there. Now you can still send in the Amoonguss and you can Rage Powder a couple of things away if need be.
That is huge because that protect. You still get the Howl boost on that turn while sitting there, and now because Gyarados knocked itself out, you no longer have to worry.
Eu gostei dessa tech do Luca, cara. A Canonical Hall. Realmente curti isso.
No longer a threat on Fiona's end. Amoonguss can switch in, sure. It will have more HP recovery, but
there's that last Pokemon Excalibur. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's how long this message went on for so long.
Ó o dragão anão, chat.
Her Excalibur, which obviously
dragão anão se chama Dradon?
From Palafin, but the more howls that get set up, the more that resisted quote-unquote damage actually is not resisted because of how Palafin operates and how strong it is.
It's going to be a battle, I think, of these priority moves. You know that the Flare Blitz from that Arcanine is faster than this Baxcalibur typically, so this Baxcalibur is still going to need to get some damage off, whether that is by using a priority move and Palafin instead. And then you know you have a Stopping Tantrum as an opportunity. Protect, though, definitely kind of, I think, baiting out what's going to happen here makes quite a lot of sense. I think it's important to see this Flare Blitz targeting...
Ok, continuando ignorando o Tio Lu.
You know that is definitely where the target is trying to go. Wave Crash from the Palafin, another double target into that Baxcalibur. Ting Lu once again free to maybe click Fissure. This turn again.
E acertou! A cara do cara, mano! O cara tá pisando! Aí, chat, sou só eu que tilto com esse jogo, chat?
We don't even get to talk about how great of a protect that was from Fiona because Fissure stealing the spotlight and Fiona stealing this game. Obviously, she played very well. She played
incredibly well.
But like to beat the #1 seed in the tournament currently, as he was the #1 player, had the best record in the game, is just unbelievable to hit that many Fissures. It's 30.
Tipo, eu acho que de fato, pera aí. Deu pra ver que o cara tava tiltado mesmo, tá ligado? Mas ela... Que o pessoal tá comentando que o cara foi grosso. Eu acho que nessa hora que ela pegou o boneco, ela ia cumprimentar o cara, não ia? Não ia não. O pessoal tá exagerando. Eu acho que o cara cumprimentou, assim, que ela até ergueu a mão, assim. Eu acho que os caras estão fazendo drama só, tá ligado? Tipo, você não é obrigado a tocar a mão da pessoa, tá ligado? E tipo, eu não creio que ele não cumprimentou a mina porque ele tá tiltado, ele só não... Aliás, tiltado ele tava, tá ligado? Mas eu acho que... Não foi nada pessoal com a mina, ele só tava, tipo... Ele só tava meio que tiltado, tá ligado? Vocês entendem? Não sei se vocês entendem o que dizer.